Do you think certain people you worked with before that had a level of entitlement to keep those lower prices?
I think you're always gonna find both, man. It's always gonna be like that. It's always gonna be that one person that's gonna tell you, "Oh, you're too big for me now," and that's always gonna be people that are gonna be like, "Man, I'm proud of you, and I've seen how far you've come, and you're an inspiration to me."
I have no problem with AI because again, it's simply a tool.
A tool, yeah,
it's
definitely.
Not, but like, I think the people who are going to survive, especially during this wave, are the authentic creators.
Personal branding is a big thing right now. So if you have a business, try to attach a face to it. And as soon as I started doing that and then being more present, and I've seen the most growth that I've seen ever.
Welcome to the Laventure X Podcast, where we explore the hero's journey. And on today's journey, we have a very, very, very special guest. He's a director, cinematographer. He's a DP. He's a businessman. He's an editor. He does it all. Ladies and gentlemen, Smitty. How you doing, brother?
Good. How you guys doing? Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to have a good conversation.
Thank you for taking the time, man.
Definitely.
It's funny enough, bro. This is our first time like formally meeting, but like it's funny how social media works.
Yeah.
I've followed you for a pretty long time, and I've always admired your work. And even though I don't formally know you, you can tell by someone's composition, their decisions, how they decide to work a project, right? Whether it be treatment, that this person knows what they're doing. So I look forward to this conversation. I have a lot of questions for you. I'm going to challenge you creatively.
Hey, man, I'm ready.
Because you do a lot of work, man. It's really, 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 really good work. So I want to definitely explore that. But before we start, I want to break bread. Obviously, we Haitians in the building. So we have...
We're really going to do it, huh?
We're going to share a glass of some Babon Cool real quick, some Haitian rum. That one hit your heart.
Yeah, I felt that one.
I'm not gonna hold you. Babon Cool has always challenged me, man.
Why is that? I mean, are you a drinker?
Ish.
Okay.
Ish.
Barbecue is like, I usually drink it when when I'm in Haiti.
Yeah.
So like kind of, connect me with, with the culture and the vibe.
Yeah.
But over here, it's just like once in a while, I just take a sip of that. I'm more like a cognac drinker.
Yeah.
You understand? But it's a good one. That's the best one that we have.
I love it. Especially as us creatives, especially from the islands. I just want to have a little hint of culture in the podcast. But let's jump into it, man. Like I said, we've never formally met, but especially in this world of social media, you know what I mean? You can know somebody without knowing them to a degree, at least creatively. And for me, some of the things that I look at when I look at your work is, again, the decisions that you make, how you decide to do something. I can say for myself, and I'll ask you this question right after, especially when it comes to Haitian music videos and things of that nature, there's always, in my opinion, been a lax when it comes to quality, attention to detail, the true art of making film. So 100%, man, to me, you've been an individual that I've been watching, and I say, okay, though, he gets it. Do you think you have a niche?
Well, I don't think so. Pretty much, you have to be focused on something, but pretty much open when it comes to trying new things and making different decisions based on a particular project or a particular client. Every client is different, and as of right now, and I would say the past couple of years, I've been trying to really branch out to different type of cinematography, from music videos to commercials, and in the very near future, feature films. So I'm trying to be everywhere at the same time, but kind of focus on one thing. You understand?
Do you think you're in a season right now?
I would say so. I mean, it's been good for a while. I've seen growth when I look at myself and my work personally, and people around me and the projects that I've been putting out. I would say it's a season that's and I hope we stay in season for a very long time. So that's why we're working toward like growing, and not only on our side, but the whole community as a whole, and everybody in our community that's part of the production and filmmaking family. I just want to see everybody grow, pretty much.
Absolutely.
You understand?
That's perfect. So let's talk about the state of filmmaking as a whole. Obviously, post-COVID, there's been a boom of content, right? Especially with all that time to kind of figure out a new trade. Filmmaking as a whole looks completely different now than it did before. Especially, I think around that time, they were like the long anticipated A7S III was held back for a long time. Canon, Sony, all these different camera brands, they were holding off because they knew it wouldn't sell during the pandemic. And once it did, they just went crazy.
With everything.
And even with influencers, you know what I mean? What are your feelings about the film industry right now, the state of filmmaking as a whole?
The filmmaking industry, I feel like, is being democratized. It's more available for a larger group of people. You have kids are like 7, 8 years old holding cameras, editing on their phone, whether it's like with CapCut. I have a daughter, and then she edits like so well at her age. I mean, even before she was 7, she was editing with CapCut. She was shooting content. You have high resolution camera on your phone.
Exactly.
And and we got cameras that are like pretty much affordable, that could give you like close to Hollywood quality if you know what you're doing.
Exactly.
So I think we're in a good state of for the filmmaking industry. Pretty much, I think it's the golden age. We've been seeing a lot more creators with different ideas, different flavor, and I think with the fact that people would like to consume content so fast right now, I think the more people we have creating different type of content with different creativity, I mean, the better it is. I mean, the better it is for the whole filmmaking industry, because people get to see the art in a different perspective. So I think we're at the golden age right now.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because for a while, if you want to kind of say it, like, it was to have a special camera,
Right.
and you had to learn ISO, shutter, you have to learn all these type of things.
Yeah.
Now, technology is like, you can't get it wrong.
Not to forget about AI right now.
You know what I mean?
It's a tool that a lot of filmmakers are using, whether it's to brainstorm ideas, or to get ideas for specific content they're trying to create. I think eventually it's probably gonna get to a point where it starts to get scary. It starts to get worrisome for us as I would say the traditional filmmaker.
Yeah.
So but I'm very optimistic about the future, because then again, before the DSLRs, the cameras that we're using right now, you couldn't even think, as a young filmmaker, you couldn't even think about owning a camera, because it would cost you so much, and you wouldn't even get the type of quality that we have right now. So we still got to keep an open mind when it comes to new technology and stuff like that. Exactly. Even though like it's very scary at times, you understand?
I like to ask people this question all the time. Do you think AI is a good thing or bad thing? And for me, I always look at it as life is going to progress. Evolution is going to happen. Progression is going to happen, right? There are going to always be limitations to AI, but like, I enjoy it. At some point when a bunch of people came into my industry, like, the first thing is like, dang, like, everybody want to do it now. But like, to me, it pushed me to be different, right?
Exactly.
So what are your thoughts on AI?
I think it's a powerful and great tool if you use it properly.
Yeah.
And you don't overuse it or take advantage of it. And I've seen a lot of people so focused on AI, even like the online creators. They're so focused on AI, they started to sound the same, because the AI learned from what? From us, right? So and even when you're looking at Instagram posts, you can tell it's AI with the caption and stuff. Like, nothing bad with that. It's just it's gonna get to a point where we're starting to look the same. You understand? So I don't think it's a bad tool if you use it to speed up your creativity or your business, or being able to scale your business by having more tools, like as far as like come up with a quick email, come up with a quick, things like that. I mean, that will help a small business because you don't have an assistant or things like that. But when it comes to being creative, I think you can still use AI to as an addition to your creativity, but not entirely. You know what I mean? So when it gets to the point where you're relying solely on AI, it's pretty much soulless. That's how I feel. You understand?
I completely agree, and that's why I have no problem with AI because again, it's simply a tool.
A tool, yeah, definitely.
But like, I think the people who are going to survive, especially during this wave, are the authentic creatives, right? Because AI is not going to be able to pick up at least not now.
At least not now. Because the thing that I'm seeing right now, bro, like the stuff that are coming out as far as like video generated by AI or pictures or even the voiceovers. I mean, it's not gonna take long. Remember, like a couple years ago, AI was like trash. You see an AI picture, you can tell it's an AI picture or like a video. Tell. Now, I've seen some stuff that you can't even tell. And I've seen like AI, trying to imitate a cell phone footage. You know how crazy that is?
That's crazy.
It looks like a cell phone footage. Everything looks real, and come to find out it's AI. So then again, every tool is good for a specific thing. If you know how to use it and not take advantage of it, because you still want your input, into everything you do. I mean, when it comes to being a creative.
Absolutely. Perfect. Love the insight. So let's talk a little bit about gear. Let's talk about tech.
There you go.
All right. So when you what's your go-to setup when it comes to like shooting?
Go-to setup right now in the past couple years, man, I came from the Canons, right? EOS, 5Ds, and then came Blackmagic, and Sony was there, but it's just like the image wasn't up there yet, and then from that I went to the Red setup, the Red Raven. Then I went to the Helium 8K. But now my go-to setup right now, and I'm getting old, bro. My bag is messed up. So I want something light, portable, and effective. I can, put it anywhere and get the job done. So Sony A7S III or FX3, the Ronin S Pro, and cool, nice lenses, and that's about it. A ton of lights and stuff like that. But when it comes to the camera, I like to keep the package as small as possible right now, unless I'm doing something like a commercial or like a feature film. I would rig everything out, probably go to my Red and things like that. But right now, Sony it is, man.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. And it's funny whenever you can tell. Behind my camera is my boy Rudolph. He's was the first intern I kind of worked with. So usually when people first start off, it's usually a binge of equipment.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how the more you start shooting, the less of it that you use. Yeah. You're absolutely right. FX3 with
a good lens, some good lights, man, and even like with minimal light, the camera is so good that you can create some killer stuff with that small setup. And like, it's cliche right now to say that they shot a movie on the FX3 because so many people are saying that, but they shot a whole $83 million budget movie on something that pretty much a lot of us have. I mean, at least have access to. I mean, at a affordable price. So I mean, I like you said, I don't buy gears as much as I used to. If anything, I'd rather just rent. Certain things, just keep everything small and effective and portable, man. Like, I'm always on the go. Like, if I can put my setup in my backpack, that save me so much time.
I agree 100%. And even with the setups in general, when do you determine what kind of setup you will change? If I could be more specific, let's do like a scenario. What would you bring to a random shooting day as opposed to an actual music video shoot? Like, how do you differentiate and you switch up?
I mean, it all depends. Even with the regular shooting day, it might be something you're shooting for Netflix. There's specific requirements, and it's a regular interview. You understand? So that would still be a regular day, but you still need a specific setup for that particular day. And the same for a music video, thinking that it's a big production, and for that particular music video, you might just need like the smallest setup. So it all depends on client concept, budget, and all those things.
In terms of your setup, when do you differentiate whenever you're going to do a small setup and then something a little bit bigger?
Like I said, like once you find out where you're gonna be shooting, what type of project you're gonna be shooting, what are the requirements? Let's say shooting a typical interview in a small setting for like a platform like Netflix, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has specific requirements for cameras. So you probably have like a big setup that that's required in a small place for pretty much a basic shoot. So it all depends on the project. Just like for a music video, you might be shooting a music video at inside of a corner store. You don't want to bring all the big lights and equipment and stuff like that. It might be a simple video, one take video requiring you to bring a bigger or smaller setup based on requirements and stuff like that, or based on the director's choice pretty much. And sometimes I would bring a red to a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And people would so I've done that before. And because the client required that specific setup.
Yeah.
But I could have done it with a A7S or any mirrorless camera. So pretty much it all depends on the project and some of the requirements. But the thing is, I would try to be as flexible as possible. And if I could shoot something with the less gears, that's what I always go for, that first option. You understand? Yeah.
So let's say I'm a client. I come to you. I got $30,000, and I want to shoot a music video for 2 days. Who are you hiring? Who's your crew? And what are you shooting it with? I'll give you some more. So
kill me, man.
So and I guess it's more so like to get an idea of what's important to you on a set. Like meaning that, okay, I have a production. Let's say I want to shoot. It's gonna be outdoors. Yeah. It's gonna be outdoors. We're shooting in California. So it's hot, but you have good natural lighting.
Yeah.
And the music video is going to involve it's going to be an artist and a backup dancers.
It's 30 G's.
30,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want a little bit of budget or whatever like that. But the question is going to be 100%. What's the crew that you need? It has a lot to do with your skill set too. You might say, I just don't need this. I don't need that. I can do it with this. I'm looking at profit as well. I'm looking at my margins, what I want to come out of this with. Do I need this? Do I need that? What's important to you? And then, of course, what kind of gear you're bringing?
Well, I mean, you just described something that I've done before in Cali. So, yeah, I like to have the least amount of people on set as possible because, being a director, DP, a lot of time I'm directing and shooting at the same time, and having to do like quick projects. I always want to be able to move fast and not having too much stuff. For something like that, I would shoot around the golden hour, about like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock when the sun is on the horizon. Bring a big bounce that light back to the subject. I would bring a makeup artist, first AD, gaffer, and I would say first AC, and that's about it. That's something very quick because like shooting outdoor and you have the sun and you have your bounce, you don't need too much. You don't need extra lights. You don't need all that gear and stuff. So I would do that and save some of that money. You feel me? The less money you spend, if it's not gonna affect the quality of the work, the more money you can allocate toward your production, the better it is, man. Then again, remember, this is a business too. Yeah. We're having fun. We're passionate about it, but in the day, man, we got them bills looking at you like, what's up? You know?
Literally.
So yeah, it gotta make sense too. So if you can allocate the exactly what's needed from the budget and being able to pay the crew a little bit extra, that will always be better.
Yeah. And I love that because it's definitely a phase or something that I've kind of gone through as well. A situation where I am a lone shooter, right? So I'm a photographer as well. I do editorials and stuff like that, but also as a filmmaker, I typically trust myself and I like to move fast. I'm a very efficient.
The same way.
I like to go. Yeah. And I only trust people who I think I need, whatever like that. But obviously, when you want to evolve and grow as a creative, typically it does make sense to add more people to the crew.
Definitely.
So it's finding a balance between what do I really need.
I mean, like we mentioned earlier, filmmaking is changing.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need as many people on set as it used to before.
Yeah.
You know, things are getting smaller, lighter, and more powerful, so that you can move a bunch of lights with just by yourself.
Yeah.
In some situation. So if you have like 1 or 2 guys, you move a lot quicker. You know, lights that used to take like 3, 4 guys to carry, it's just like you just get the same powerful light and you can just grab it with one hand. You understand? So like I said, it's always good to have a crew. But if the crew is affecting your efficiency, I mean, you downsize it. You understand? So if you can work with people that are in sync with you, especially you said you were fast shooter, I'm the fast shooter too, and a lot of time I'm shooting and directing it. So I need people around me that are in sync. So sometimes the more people you have on set, the slower you move. You know what I mean? And when it comes to, you know, budget, you know, every time is money. In this business, time, you go overtime or you go day 2, literally, that doubles the budget. So the more efficient, the better. That's how I see it. You know?
Yeah, and it's something that you always struggle with, because ultimately what it boils down to is you want to make sure you put out the best project. Sometimes I struggle with that. So making sure that I get what I want. I want my shot. That's why I did what you're saying in terms of the crew. In terms of crew, I think not only just a crew that you trust.
Yeah.
Crew that you trust, who knows how to
knows
work
how
with you.
Yeah.
Who moves fast, who knows your system already. I think that's so valuable, and I'm hoping that people don't take that for granted, because it goes a long way. We can spend a whole day trying to get something simple done.
Yeah.
For example, like last week, we shot a podcast for the Morris brothers, NBA players. We got on set, same crew, Rudolph and my guy Sean, and at some point I showed up and literally everybody knows what they're doing.
And that helps a lot.
Checks and balances, making sure everything is good. So I want to ask you, how important is crew to you? And do you recycle people? Do you just like using the same people for everything, or are you okay with having a budget and using a first AC that you've never met before?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it. I recently just saw a movie trailer and I had to bring a new DP. I didn't operate the camera, and I had a first AC. And but for the most part, I like to recycle people that worked with me before, you know, through the years. Most people that work with me been with me for, you know, close to 10 years. So it's like almost the same guys. So they learn to see how I move, because I'm not a regular director. I'm all over the place. I'm not sitting down behind that, you know, screen. Like I'm doing everything. You know, I'm like watching, you know, paying attention to a lot of details. And in those guys, they work with different crew where the director just sitting down and, you know, directing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just like a hothead. I'm just like, you know, I'm into it. So those guys, they know how fast, and you know, they some of my guys, they know my style of shooting. So if I want to pass them the camera, they would capture almost the same, because they've been around me so much and they know how I move the camera or how I frame certain shot. So I think it's good to work with people that you trust and people that knows the way you work. And but at times, sometimes you gotta, you know, call the specialists. So I got certain guys I know, if I'm doing a project, those are the guys that I'm calling. You know, I might not work with them, you know, more than 2 times a year, but when it's needed, those are the crew that I'm calling. So I have those guys on standby too. So yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So flow, efficiency, that always makes sense. In this part of the show, we have a segment called Story Time. So it's good, just some story time, because most people want to hear stories and know about your journey, especially if they respect your work. So I'm gonna start off with a question, and I'm going to go into story time.
All right, let's do it.
Do celebrities like to pay?
Well, some of them do, some of them don't. I've had clients.
Exposure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. At the very early beginning, you would get those, like, you know, I want you to be in my team. I want you, you know, you get exposure and stuff like that. But some of them like to go overboard. So you tell them, yo, this is a budget. They tell you, sure, this is gonna be enough. I want to add. I've had situations like that. I want to add more to the budget so I can, you know, make you feel comfortable and, you know, really do what you want to do. And I had over a situation where, you know,
let's jump into story time. So you already answered the question. So story time. Tell me about a time that you had a client that you expected, that you had a certain budget, but things just changed.
Man, it happens. It recently just happened. It happened multiple times actually, and like I said, a lot of my clients, I'm more in the Haitian music industry. I work with mostly Haitian artists. A lot of time we have a budget for a project, and we want to do so much. And a lot of my clients are like returning clients, so I have like personal and business relationship with them. Yeah. So I have a conversation and I tell them, if we do this, it'll be a lot better. This is how much more it's gonna cost. Is that okay? Or sometimes we don't even talk about it. It just happened. And I go back and be like, yo, I did this, we did that, we went overtime here, we had to do this, do that. It happens all the time, man. It happens all the time, more than you think. Yeah.
Listen, it'll switch and turn in
fast,
in a second.
One bad day, one rainy day that you have to add another day to the project. You know how it is.
Literally, budgets just definitely
change fast.
Have you had situations where you worked with people who just didn't want to pay you?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've had situations like that. But the way I handle it, I feel like if someone hires someone to do a job and you don't pay them, and the job was done, I feel like it's a slap in the face. I feel like it's a huge sign of disrespect.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of people don't know the hard work that we put in on, creating something. And a lot of time people would just see it, oh, we just shot for 5 hours, but guess what? We had to do pre-production. We had to scout, so that'll take days. Yes, the shoot only take 5 hours, but we go back home, we look at the footage, go through the footage, cut them, organize them, edit them. So there's a lot of work that a lot of time people don't see. Then they don't feel like your job is that significant, and they don't feel like paying you. Exactly. And we have people like that. I'm sure a lot of you guys, went through that, and it's always gonna be like that. The people that don't want to pay after you've done the work. And like I said, it's a disrespect to us.
It is. Let's talk about the evolution of creating a business. I want to talk about the evolution of branding, the evolution of being an entrepreneur. I can speak for myself, where when I first started off, I had a lot of cancellations, a lot of people who had a lot of situations where I had money issues, people who didn't want to do that. And I can tell you at this point in my career, I'm very business centric, and those kind of things don't really happen to me anymore, because it's evolution. I don't move without deposits. I make sure that I don't do random treatments or pre-productions without any promise of financial. There's certain things that I input into my system to just make sure that I'm setting myself for success, and to the point now where I don't think I run to a lot of those things anymore. Talk about your evolution in your business. What did you allow before? And how did you change that? And then as a result, like, it changed your trajectory where you have more efficiency with clients now.
Yeah, the thing with a lot of creative people, just like at the very early beginning, it's not about money. It's all about the passion, having fun and, growing in the process. But, like when I was first starting off, I mean, I would shoot something and the client would come to me like, yo, I don't really have it. Can you do it for less? I would be like, okay, I just want to put it out. I just want to put my work out so people can see it, and I'm proud of it. I enjoyed it, spent a lot of time on it, and at first the money wasn't like the priority. You still want to get some money, but you're gonna break so many rules. You're gonna work with no deposit. You're gonna deliver the project with no money paid, and there's a lot of things you're gonna do because you're just so passionate about what you're doing. But then as you grow, as you start inquiring more gears, I start, having more expenses. Maybe you have a small studio, and you're gonna realize the value of money in this business. So now you're gonna have to set, a set of rules where you need a deposit to even start, writing the treatment. Because a lot of time people would just send you a song, you write the treatment, and they tell you, oh, you know what, I don't want to do it no more. But bro, I just spent like 5 hours on this with no deposit. So that's like now. Even before doing the treatment, I'm like, you know what? I want to make sure you're serious. I'm not gonna tell you to send me a 50% deposit, but send at least like a 20% deposit. So I know I'm not wasting my time writing the treatment. And once I'm done with the project, now you got to pay me before I give you, the deliverables. Like before, I wasn't too strict when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I would just wait weeks to get paid. I mean, then as you grow, you have responsibilities, man. You got to cut all that off. and people get comfortable fast. You do it once, trust me, man, they're gonna ask you to do it again, and they're gonna make you wait longer. So right now, it's more of a business for me. You understand? When I get calls, I make sure that this is a project that I really want to invest time in, or it doesn't make financial sense. And I'm very serious about that right now.
Yeah.
So, the passion is still there, but the business is there too. You feel me?
I want to jump into something a little bit different, but also very similar. So you just said that your system had to change.
Right.
It's required because the value of my time increases.
Yeah.
Where I first started, I wanted to do it for the passion.
Exactly.
Now, like, I don't have enough time anymore. My time becomes very expensive. During your evolution, as your time was becoming more and more valuable, do you think certain people you worked with before that had a level of entitlement to keep those lower prices, or did they respect you enough to say, okay, his prices are changing, his work is changing, and they were able to respect your prices?
How about a situation when people would tell me, "Oh, you think you big now? You." I always tell them, man, in this business, it's not about like thinking that you're big or you only work with big clients. A lot of time, it's the up and coming clients. In my situation, like I do a lot of music videos. A lot of times, it's the up and coming artists that keep you busy.
Yeah.
Because the big artists, they're gonna shoot 1 or 2, 3 music video a year, but the up and coming artist is gonna shoot 5, 6.
Yeah,
you understand? I definitely had a situation people would think that I should keep the same price that I had 5, 10 years ago, and I've had a situation too where people come at me and tell me, man, I know this is where you at right now. I'm gonna approach you accordingly. You understand? And those are the people that I've been working with for, over a decade. And we've done small project, okay project, big project. And, they stuck with me till today. And, as we grow, they grow as well. So they have, more, financial way of doing things now. So I think you're always going to find both, man.
Yeah.
It's always going to be like that. It's always going to be that one person that's going to tell you, oh, you're too big for me now. And that's always going to be people that are going to be like, man, I'm proud of you, and I've seen how far you've come, and you're an inspiration to me, and you get both.
That validation is so it means a lot, man. It's so important, and it means a lot because we're not doing this just for the fun of it. Obviously, we do it for the passion of it, and a lot of times, especially seasons, I'm a big fan of seasons. A lot of times it's a situation where you start off with just a passion, and then it becomes financial. I think I'm in that season right now where I'm thinking more financial. I just got married to my beautiful wife. And
nice. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. But it turns into financial, but you find yourself struggling to get back into the passion of it because you don't want to be too transactional about it. So it definitely is gratifying to know that as you do grow and evolve, you find people who are going to respect your prices. No, I know your price went up. And if they're going to ask for a discount or something like that on love, they're not going to, if they got it, they'll take care of it. But at the same time, they give you the option or opportunity to say, okay, man, this is what I can do at this price.
Yeah.
Whatever like that. So it's back and forth with it. But let's move a little bit more to brand building. So Trillionaire Production is, I'm saying right? Trillion?
Yeah. Trillionaire Visuals.
Is the umbrella is the
we got Trillionaire Studios.
Okay.
Then we got Trillionaire Visuals.
Location.
Yeah. So we got the Trillionaire Visuals is like more like the entertainment side, like music videos, online content and stuff like that. Then we have Trillionaire Events where we do events, and Trillionaire Films that's coming up.
Okay. So
that branch is gonna focus more on short feature films, documentary, and stuff like that. So that's where you're at. So as of right now, the name has I've grown to a brand that people recognize. A lot of time people would just say Trillion. People would just call me Trillion for some reason. So I think when it comes to the visuals, like, all right, so when it comes to the visual part, I think we're one of the biggest brand right now in the community, and we're just gonna keep pushing, man. Whatever we touch, we try to give it the best that we can to bring something different to the community, pretty much.
I love it. What kind of advice would you give to someone about the importance of branding. How did you start with Trillion, and at what moment did you realize that Trillion can actually evolve into grow into something like a lot bigger?
Like Trillion's been around for over a decade, and yeah, I was pushing a lot of content. I was doing a lot of music videos, and the brand wasn't being recognized as it is today. And one thing I would tell people, like, the whole world is changing, and it's all about personal branding right now.
Yeah.
So you want to see Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, like all those guys, they're attaching their face to their company. So personal branding is a big thing right now. So if you have a business, try to attach a face to it. And as soon as I started doing that, and then being more present, and I've seen the most growth that I've seen ever in my business, because people have like some have a personal connection with you. Like you said earlier, we've been talking online for years, but we never met. But when I walked in, I didn't see a stranger. You feel me? So personal branding is key right now. So whatever business you have, try to at least put a face to it, and I guarantee you that'll work.
Yeah,
that'll work. I mean, it worked for me. It worked for a lot of people that I know.
I.e., this whole podcast, the investment in the podcast. So, especially again, like I told you, AI, I don't fear it to a degree, obviously, because I'm confident and I'm talented enough,
right,
that whatever, and I'm open to evolve with it. Some people want to evolve with it. People
you're gonna have to,
right. But like, we're definitely in that space where you're literally seeing that to set yourself apart, you are gonna have to become the brand.
Exactly.
You're gonna have to become the brand, and just unless you just lay the foundation already, that's already good enough to set yourself apart, you're gonna fall behind if you're not also attaching a face to it. And like you just said, exact same thing.
And that's where it's headed right now. You see guys
out of nowhere, I just saw you doing photo shoots every
well, I just started doing it because I forgot to mention the Trillionaire beard. Okay, so when I launched that product, I had to do a photo shoot. I don't like being in front of the camera. As much as people see me posting, it's just like, once I get one shot, my photographers will tell you, I don't do photo shoot. I take like a couple shots. Once I get it, I don't try to get another one. I'll just take one picture, like 10. My photo shoot are like 5-10 minutes, no more. Once you get it, we're done. You understand? But like I said, that was always part of that was also part of my personal branding journey. So with the beard product, having to do a lot more content involving myself and attach my name to the business, and that's pretty much where it started.
100%. And for anybody, especially like creatives, I highly recommend it. Because for me, I was the same way. I never did a photo shoot. My first time ever doing a photo shoot was my engagement photos.
Wow.
When I was like, that was my first photo shoot. And it's funny because as a director, I enjoy directing people. So
but you don't want to be you don't want to be in front of the camera.
You don't want to be in front of the camera.
It was crazy because I've been on set before, but I'm always working on set. And I went to one of my guys was doing a video production. And I went to the set because I had to bring him something. And I got to the set. I'm like, I couldn't wait to leave. I'm like, yo, this is what I do every day. You understand? Like when I'm into it, it's like, it's fun. Like people are complaining, oh, we're gonna go for another tour. I wanna go, I wanna leave. Are we done yet? And now that I'm outside of the shoot, I felt that. I was like, man, I don't wanna be here, you know what I mean? Unless I'm really doing it. So yeah, that's how it is, man.
But it's reps. It's definitely reps. I recommend anyone who says that it's not for me, I beg to differ. It's literally about reps. Especially Rudolph was there, and Rudolph, you remember the first time we ever did I was trying to read off a teleprompter. My first time trying to launch my YouTube channel. Obviously, just be posting on my YouTube channel, but like it was so bad, I couldn't form a sentence, man. But it's literally reps.
Reps, man. Like I remember my first music video. I mean, I still got it, and the first one that I dropped,
we're gonna put it on the screen, guys.
Yeah, you guys can play it. The first one that I dropped that really went viral at the time. Before viral was a thing, like it was like crazy. And I was like so proud of that, at the time. And I'm looking at it now, it's just, oh man, humble beginnings. You understand? So the same thing with the teleprompter. I mean, like you say, it's reps. You're gonna have to outdo yourself, keep outdoing yourself, and the things you're doing right now that you think are like the best you can do, wait till tomorrow when you're doing the best that that's possible for you to do. And we never know that. We never know like the amount of work that we can put in, the amount of growth we can bring to ourselves. So
I love it.
That's just how it is. Like you said, it's reps.
You definitely got to get outside. Yeah, 100%. I know it's very important to get outside of your comfort level. So that's what my recommendation to any videographer, film videographer. Don't put yourself in the box and say, I don't do this, I don't do that. I think life is about progression, is about evolution, and just getting outside of your comfort zone. And before you know it, you start realizing that, dang, maybe I was put on this planet for something different.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So, but yes, any kind of last words? We about to go ahead and wrap up.
Last words. I mean, for everybody out there that's trying to get in the business. Also I have a master class that I do a couple times a year, and I'm at a point right now where I want to share things that I've learned, from experience and mistake that I've made, and try to teach anybody that's trying to get into the business, teach them, and kind of like fast forward the process for them, because I'm pretty sure when we started, YouTube was just getting started. Like all the big guys on YouTube right now, they started when we started,
literally,
and we didn't really have much to look. We're just like everybody was growing together, and I feel like if I can speed up that process for the next person, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's if you want to get in the business, go out and do what you have in mind. Especially in our line of business, sometimes people think that you have to have the big gigs. You have to have clients calling you every day. Sometimes you just got to go out there and just shoot something. Could be a car passing by. Could be nature. Could be we could just go to the beach and shoot something. Just make sure that you're putting the time in, you're growing, you're having fun at the same time, and most importantly, enjoy what you do. And and everything else everything come after, pretty much.
I love it, man. But thank you again, man, for
taking
your time.
Thank you, man.
He texted me this morning that he was up, I
was like till like 4. Yeah, that's something I can't hold it open my eyes. But with cappuccino. So I'm gonna be up in a little bit.
Absolutely, man. But of course, guys, if you like the content that you're getting right now, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you push the notification bell so you get updates every single time we post a brand new video. But this was a pleasure, brother.
Man, I enjoyed it, man.
Bro, there's a lot of things that we can get to talk about. We touched a little bit, but I wanted to talk a little bit about color. I want to talk about some color theory. I wanted to break down story a little bit. Obviously, the podcast is about the hero's journey. I would love to break down. Maybe if you have time to come back again.
I'd love to come back, man.
We can actually break down story structure and kind of, throw some different ideas at people, man.
Definitely, man. I'm open to it, man.
I appreciate you.
Come back anytime, brother.
All right.
Thank you, man.
All right, guys. Until next time.